Mobility and Movement Training Mondays. Is that enough alliteration for you? Hi, I'm Shauna. I'm a hypermobile, body-neutral, ACE-certified health coach and personal trainer here to share my workouts with you. Yes, we'll go over form, but also why I'm doing it, because at the end of the day, that's just as, if not more important, so you can determine if it's something your body needs too. All right, let's get into it, starting with the warm-up. I did this warm-up once, but you can repeat it if you have more time. First is foam rolling. After recently taking a continuing education course about fascia, I was reminded how important foam rolling is and how beneficial it can be during a warm-up. It's one of the best ways to raise the temperature of the tissue, to stimulate blood flow and help loosen knots, and it also activates the parasympathetic nervous system. I focused on the areas that already felt tight in preparation for the rest of the session. Next up is tabletop diaphragm breathing to get the body connected to breath. Since the foundational purpose of proper breathing when we work out is to protect ourselves and prevent injury, I spend a couple of minutes in the warm-up doing just that. Inhale nice and big, letting the belly drop toward the floor. Active exhale, drawing the core and pelvic floor up, feeling a contraction through the midsection. Repeat as you breathe naturally. Cat-cow is one of my favorites to help my body connect breath with movement while incorporating some spinal mobility. Same breathing pattern here. Inhale the head and tailbone toward the sky, letting the shoulder blades fall toward each other. Active exhale, scooping back in like a potato bug, creating space between the shoulder blades. Repeat as you breathe naturally. Sun salutations are one of my favorites to get a full body dynamic stretch where I can stay connected to my breath as I move. I slowly go through one or two of these, allowing my body to settle into places it needs more attention, also helping me gauge where I may be more or less tight that day, which I'll keep in mind for the rest of the session to prevent further irritation. Let's move on to the session. There are 2 circuits. I repeat each circuit once for a total of 2 rounds per circuit. The first circuit focuses on stability and mobility. Isometric glute bridge with shoulder packing. I get creative when I design workouts because I like to be efficient and novelty, so there are usually a lot of compound moves like this. I combine 2 stability basics, the glute bridge and shoulder packing, to give the body a greater challenge. Push up into a standard glute bridge and stay there. Imagine pushing your legs out against something to keep the knees from caving inward. On the exhale, push the shoulder blades together down into the floor, release on the inhale. I'm making a fist as I exhale and push down so you can track that small movement. Moving on to tabletop shoulder cars or controlled articular rotations. Tabletop position helps build scapular and deep core stability. Adding in the rotation incorporates some shoulder mobility as well as an extra proprioceptive challenge by requiring more balance. Keep the chin tucked to protect the neck. Exhale the arm back, inhale forward. Rotate your hand near the waist when it feels natural. Imagine you've got a piece of glass on top of your back. Wipe the glass with the back of your hand above the waist, switching to the palm below. Repeat as you breathe naturally. Elevated frog pump reverse fly. Another compound move to work on hip, core, and shoulder stability. This one primarily strengthens the posterior core muscles like the erector spinae to help with forward posture, the glutes, which help keep our pelvis in place, and mid-back muscles like rhomboids and middle and lower trapezius, which also help with forward posture. Keep the feet together and chin tucked. Exhale as you pump, inhale, release. Moving on to the second circuit, which focuses on movement training because there is no point in building stability and mobility if we can't move with it. I'm using a weightless barbell designed to go with resistance bands, but you can use anything you have like a broom handle, Swiffer, etc. PVC pipe. We're using this to help with alignment and balance. These side-to-side lateral lunges strengthen the glute muscles and outsides of our hips and legs, which are often underdeveloped, especially if we have forward posture. Keep your weight in your heels and glutes as you shift side to side. Imagine painting a line on the wall behind you with your butt. Don't let those shoulders creep up. Keep the shoulder blades down the back by very gently pulling on the barbell. And keep the core drawn toward the spine to protect the low back. Weightless barbell overhead static lunge tilt. Here's another one I made up as I was going. This is a full body stability and proprioceptive challenge with an added focus on the obliques. Stay broad in the shoulders, keep the shoulder blades rooted down the back, and imagine squeezing something between the inner thighs to help keep your balance. Inhale as you lower into the lunge. Active exhale, push up using the heel of the front foot and the ball of the back foot. Inhale, lean to one side, exhale to the center. Inhale, lean to the other side, exhale back up to center. Repeat. Use your sideways to pull you back up. Weightless barbell leg extension walk with ankle dorsiflexion and flexion. I love these so much. These help with something many of us struggle with, and that's ankle pain and mobility. Since the way we walk reflects our overall posture and proprioceptive awareness, this helps train the brain to walk in different ways. Again, I'm using a bar to add a balance challenge and help my shoulders stay engaged and level. Exhale the leg up, flexing the toes to the sky, and then inhale and point the toes as you begin to step that foot forward. Repeat. Remember to draw the core in as you exhale. Almost everything builds core stability when we're breathing properly. And that's it. I hope this was helpful. Next week, I'll dive into a bicep, tricep, and leg adductor session. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. And there's plenty more on the blog. Stay regulated.